Hi, everybody. So, free phones from Verizon. These are a Samsung Galaxy. I got two new phones because I have a business and I have a personal. So, free phones from Verizon. You guys definitely got to call them. It was a really great deal. So, I switched from T-Mobile to Verizon, and I won't get into all the details, and this is not a commercial. It's just awesome though. These phones are, I don't know how much a piece. I'm just gonna guess $700 a piece. And I got two new phones. So all is well. Yesterday went great. Today I'm working on my Frontier TVs. So we've mentioned three companies, right? And the reason for that too is because a lot of you are 8 of cups stuck. You're afraid to change. You're afraid to change carriers. You're afraid to change phones. You're afraid to change your underwear. And Astro's just saying that you can't get your new assignment unless you keep changing. Now, I'm lucky because I love change. I change everything all the time. I'm changing furniture. I change and me go along like gas in a car, right? Okay, so, but what Astro's telling me is not to talk about me, but to talk about you. I'm an example of what they want you to do. They want you to start changing everything. Change your hair, change your makeup, change your clothes, if your phone is broke, get new phones, right? Now I have a 3 year, if anything goes wrong with my phone, they'll fix it, right? So now when I drop them and they crack, I don't have to use them forever. I can just go in and get a new one. So with change, there actually come a lot of benefits. We're changing careers, assignments, soul contracts, mission partners. Everything's changing. Okay? So this is all about change. The reason I put free phones from Verizon on the title is because anybody that needs a new phone definitely needs to check it out. You know, it's just awesome. It was an awesome deal, and I want to shout out Dave because I met somebody that is part of the Soul family. And I won't get into details, but it's just so awesome. And when you can talk to somebody in person that lives in your neighborhood, just like Gary, my neighbor, right? It's so wonderful. Tony, my neighbor, it's so wonderful to be able to talk to people and they don't look at you like, what are you saying? The only thing I didn't like is Dave didn't elaborate on quantum Q phones, but I suppose he can't. Just like the banks can't talk about Nasara Gasara, and computer companies can't talk about Starlink. So we've got Frontier, right? They don't talk to me about Starlink. My bank won't talk to me about Nasara. Okay, quantum isn't around in the telephone area. And then we had Tesla. My furnace people, they have no clue about Tesla either. So we have QFS, Starlink, Tesla, right? We have all this stuff that we're waiting for, and nobody will talk to you about it because they're under NDA, they can't talk, whatever. So I just have to live in the solution. I can't keep waiting for a Q phone, right? I can't. Otherwise, I would just have no phones because my last phones were all busted up. Okay, so enough on phones. This was not a commercial. It's the energy. The energy right now is all about change. And if you're not changing, then you're staying behind. Okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and we are going to go into the other room and we are going to do a reading. Here's all my TV stuff getting set up for today. Okay, I made this into a playroom. This is kind of a playroom too. There's more playrooms than there are anything. We got the beautiful end table done. Everything's getting all done. Got this. This is the new bird room. The sitting room. There's Willie. Hi, Willie. Oh, hi, Willie. You want to say hi to everybody? Oh, look at him. Not really, huh? Okay, so again, I'm not trying to do commercials and show you my house either. I just really, really need you guys to focus on change. Okay, let me turn this off. Okay, we're going to get right into it. Miss Mystic says, bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Share your wealth. You are valuable, okay? Six of Pentacles energy. Share your wealth, your skills, your advice, your knowledge, your time. We want that equal give and take. We want that balance. No strings attached. Okay? This came out in Astro also. I seen the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So we have victory, we have equal give and take. And under that is justice. So we've got to do it in balance though. Okay? And what I mean by that is we can't sit on our phone all day. Like I have a new phone and I have to do a few things, set up auto pay, set up new passwords and etc. on things. But I'm not going to sit on YouTube all day. I mean my phone all day. I'll do a little YouTube, I'll do a little house cleaning. I just really want you guys to understand the balance part. Okay? Balance. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle these. We're going to use Miss Mystic deck today. This is my very own deck that I made. Okay, and I know I shouted out Dave. He was the one that set me up. That is a new soul brother. And right here in Hemet. So let's see what this reading is. If you seen yesterday's reading, we kind of just tag along from that, go forward fearlessly, and do all these changes, okay? So we've got Four of Wands on the bottom now for the current energy. So the current energy is going to be prosperity. You're going to be celebrating. It's a milestone, okay? It's a milestone. It's gathering a soul. So it's just what I was talking about. God set me up to go to my old T-Mobile yesterday, and I did it. But originally I had called Verizon to check on their free phone plan. When I went to T-Mobile, they couldn't give me a phone. They couldn't activate my old phone that was in a box that I told you I was going to get activated because it was outdated. Okay, everything outdates as soon as it comes off the parking lot, right? Or off the factory line. So I went back to my plan A, and there I met Dave, which is so awesome because he's definitely part of the soul tribe. Okay, so gathering of souls is going on, Four of Wands. And it's not going to happen if you just sit at home and you just isolate and you don't get out and let's start the party, you know. Go back to where you used to be, where you used to have fun every day and you used to go do stuff every day, okay? So King of Questing is the top of the deck, okay? So it's keeping your ego in check, but it's my big card of creativity. Moving toward the quest. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. You're a natural born leader. You have success. You're a visionary. This is all timeless. So whenever you see this, it's meant to be, right? But the energy right now is all about creativity. It's about that last assignment. It's about that gathering of souls. You can hear the excitement in my voice. It's just, it's a, that's why when I showed you my house, what I was trying to show you is I keep trying to declutter and give away and reorganize and make free, you know, instead of having all this stuff on the counter, which I have to have right now because I'm doing bills and stuff, but you have a clear counter and you have everything put away or given away. Everything's clear, like a running stream I'm hearing. So King of Questing with the Four of Wands is the overall energy. And the king of questing just fell on the floor because they're telling me that a lot of you aren't doing that. You're just listening to me, but you're not doing. And I've said that before. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and shuffle up the Light Seer deck, which on the bottom randomly is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay? So we've got, he's walking alongside of this black horse. He's not riding it. He's just taking his time. But you see all the pentacles, right? That's what I'm getting at with you guys. Today I've already done 3 pentacles, let's say. Now the rest of the day I have the other 3 pentacles to do, but I'm just going to take my time and I don't have to be in a hurry and we can just flow, okay? Now that was randomly at the bottom of the deck, but that's what I'm saying. I read the energy and then I pull some cards to back me up, okay? Steve's Love Tarot, you know, is my favorite channel. Him and I talk a lot alike, and that's one of his sayings, and it's just ingrained in me now. I've been listening to him since 2022, and he's my favorite. And he just had to get a new laptop, okay? He didn't say, oh, I'm not going to record today. He just went to his old computer and still recorded. I haven't heard if he got a new one. He said it was only going to be a couple days and he'd have his new one, so I'm assuming he has it. He just hasn't talked about it. Okay, so we've got Four of Swords is that healing energy. But what they're having me being drawn to is her laying in the nest. And what I'm drawn to on this card today is the nest. They want you to get out of the nest. Fling! Mama bird, fling! Okay? Get out of the nest and start going off on your own and doing things, okay? And look who came back. The Knight of Pentacles again. So everything I just said came back with baby bird in the nest. But you are baby bird. You're done being a baby. You're healed. You're ready for this new assignment. We just gotta fling you out of the nest. Okay, we're gonna just pull a few cards from the top to wrap it up and see what they want me to tell you is your warning or advice. Page of Pentacles. So once again, with the Knight of Pentacles, and now we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is the childlike going forward, where the Knight is the Knight energy, right? This is the put it into action. Let's get dancing, right? Be like a child. And then the Six of Pentacles came back. That was the equal give and take we talked about in the beginning, where I said I saw 6 and 7 of Pentacles in Astro. They kept saying, everything you do, you're going to get an equal back. You go ahead and feed the animals, somebody's going to give you a free case of food. You're going to want a new phone. You're going to just out of the corner of your eye catch an ad on the TV set and you're going to call. okay? You're going to go to your appointment and you're just going to happen to meet a soul brother. You know, it's just going to keep clicking because it's equal give and take. The universe is like, yep. And I'm so drawn to the different colors. It's all different colors and all these beautiful cards. Orange pentacles, right? Look at all the pretty pentacles. So it's all different stuff. Once again, it's that juggling, it's that balance. You don't want to sit on the phone all day. You don't want to work in the garden all day. You don't want to do laundry all day. You want to do a little bit of everything, little bit of this, and have fun doing it. If you're not having fun doing it, then stop doing it. And I don't care if that's weed eating. Okay, I'm thinking of calling a landscaper to come and start doing my yard because I've got my, what do you call it, bushes, palm trees, rose bushes, ferns, all the cactuses in the front yard are just getting so big now. I told you some of them were even dead and I brought them back to life. And they're just getting so big now that I'm going to have somebody help me take care of them because I don't have chainsaws and weed whackers and all that stuff anymore. And my little scissors just isn't going to cut it. So again, change into the next phase. You see what I'm saying? I still have green cement, so I don't need a lawnmower. Okay, Knight of Cups. So we had the Knight of Pentacles. Now this guy's got a white horse and he's carrying flowers. So this is talking about love is on its way. It's not all about pentacles. It's not all about getting new phones, new TVs, fixing your house, doing your landscaping. It's also about love. It's about making music. It's about making art. It's about just sitting out in the park with somebody and talking, okay? It's the Knight of Cups energy. Now, 1737 on the clock when I showed you that. 17 is a very important number. Okay, so we are going to wrap this up. I did want to mention one thing because I heard somebody say, yeah, you're talking all this stuff, but I'm homeless. Well, you know what? I was homeless for a lot of years and I had a lot of fun. I barbecued at the parks. I took showers at the shelters. My mission partner said I was the best dressed, however you say that, the best dressed homeless person that you'd ever seen. Because I would find clothes and people would leave bags of clothes out places. We could get free clothes at the shelters. So, you know, you don't have to, whatever situation you're in, you don't have to be woe is me. And I can vouch for that. I've been everything. And each situation, I make the best of it. So, last card out, and if you don't do what I'm saying, if you don't do what I'm saying, there's your picture. That will be you. And that was what I was feeling with that person saying, yeah, but I'm homeless. Well, yeah, but that don't matter. I am telling you, I ate better, I dressed better than some of the time when I wasn't homeless. Okay? So it's all what you make it. And I'm not going to get into all that. But I don't care what your situation is. I've been in them all. And you want to be like this picture, this Five of Pentacles girl, then you go ahead. But woe is me. You're manifesting and you're making your own picture here. You make your own soul contract, you make your own life, and I choose to be high-vibed and happy in any situation. I was even in jail, and I was listening to music. Telepathically, they were pumping music into my head, and I would sleep, I would read, I would watch TV, I would write songs. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be that girl. You don't have to be that girl. So that's your outcome if you want it. The Five of Pentacles. If you don't want the Five of Pentacles energy, then the Knight of Cups is your outcome. You'll be getting flowers and giving flowers. Okay, everybody, I am Miss Mystic. I want to thank you for listening. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, huh? Love you guys.